I demand to know why we're being held. We have to make a train.
Keep your shirts
Listen,
on.
I'm a citizen. I have my rights.
We'll get to your rights in a minute. Where's the victim?
Inside the dressing room.
I'll check out.
Okay. Now listen, officer. Now keep quiet, you people. When did this happen?
About 20 minutes ago.
You sure of that?
Oh, sure. You see, my friend, Luigi, I will speak to him. He's in the wholesale wine business.
Shut up.
But I was just to tell him.
Shut up.
I'm a shot.
The doc says that guy in there is deader than a mackerel. Who done it?
He did.
What's your name?
What'd you say?
Quit stalling. What's your name?
Jerry Davis.
What are you doing here?
I work here. I'm the entertainer.
Never mind the pedigree. Who's the guy you bumped off?
I don't know who he was, but Mabel can tell you.
Mabel? Mabel who?
Mabel Kane, my partner in the act.
What's your hurry, sister? Going someplace?
Oh, I thought I was going to faint.
Yeah, we'll faint right here.
You ever see this guy before, baby?
Sure, I walk with him.
Yeah, now tell us. Who's the dead guy?
Marco Alberto.
Well, what about him?
Well, I don't know anything about him.
She doesn't know any more about this than I do. She was in her dressing room and the guy came in and I heard her yell.
They insulted him, maybe.
Yeah, that's it. And I hit him on the chin and he fell and hit his head on the table.
You better think of a better one than that, kid.
But that's the truth.
Sure, save it and give the judge a laugh. Get these people's names and addresses. We may need them. Come on. There, bring the little lady along. Just for the ride.
Come on.
Never saw the guy.
Just a minute, you can't leave.
And we know that you knew Alberto very well, that you ran around with him, that you had a row with him a few nights before he was killed.
I'm not admitting anything at all.
In fact, we know quite a lot about you, young lady.
Then what are you asking me questions for?
Because I want to find out the truth about Alberto's death. And you're the only one who can tell us. Now, what happened in that dressing room?
What I've been trying to tell you for the last 2 hours. I don't know.
Didn't Jerry come into that dressing room when you screamed for help?
I don't know.
Didn't Alberto pull a gun on Jerry?
I don't know.
Is that what your lawyer told you to say when you got up here?
I don't know.
All right. You may go. This way, please. Well, that's that. A woman either talks her head off or she won't say a word. Send Jerry Davis in here.
The district attorney will see you now. Come on, Mom. There's nothing to worry about. Keep your chin up. I'll be right back.
Sit down, Davis. Well, son, you're in a jam. I guess you know that.
Yes, sir, but you know it was an accident, sir. I didn't mean to kill him. Mabel Kane can tell you exactly what happened.
Yeah, well, Mabel Kane just left here. She says she doesn't know a thing.
But she was there.
Can you prove that?
No, but she can prove it.
She says she doesn't remember.
But she saw everything that went on.
She didn't see a thing, son.
But I was depending on her to tell you exactly what happened. You see, I was standing outside.
I know, Davis. But without her to substantiate your story, you haven't got a chance.
Well, what can I do? I'm not guilty.
Jerry, this office has investigated this case very thoroughly. We know all about Mabel Kane, and what we know about her is not very good. We know a lot about you, too. You seem to be all right. Now, there were just 3 of you in that room when Alberto was killed. You, Mabel, and Alberto. Alberto's dead. You're charged with his murder. And the only witness you have won't help you.
But wouldn't the jury believe me?
I'm afraid not, son. Unless the girl changes her mind. If you go to trial, you'll face a murder charge. Now, take my advice, son. Plead guilty of manslaughter. It'll mean 1 to 10 years in the penitentiary, But with good behavior, you'll be out in a couple of years.
But I tell you, it was an accident.
We can't prove that, Jerry. The man's dead. The state demands that someone pays.
There's no better roses. Can't get the taste of that lime out of your mouth.
Steady, kid. You'll get used to it. I did.
No, doesn't look like I'll last that long. Stuff gets down into your chest and burns in your throat. You can't even talk anymore.
Oh, ain't that too bad?
Lay off, Mitch. I remember how it got you at first.
Yeah? Well, it ain't gonna get me much longer.
Keep quiet. You'll have us all in solitary talking like that.
So what? It's better than listening to the yapping of this guy.
Now, wait a minute, Mitch.
You keep your trap shut or I'll shut it for you.
Cut it out. Cut it out, there.
Well, I'm about it. How do I know it wasn't you that didn't tip the screws to the bottle I had under my mattress?
Oh, you know I didn't do that, man.
How do I know? You do anything for another 5 minutes with your old lady. Sneaking into the visiting room and bellowing on your mother's shoulder every Friday.
Let the kid alone, Mitch.
Well, when is your mama gonna come and pay you another visit, dearie?
Get some water. Hurry up. Come on, get him in the bunk. Come on, get him. Get him in there.
What's going on in here?
Nothing.
I thought I heard someone yelling.
Mitch is just talking in his sleep. Watch yourself, kid. Don't let it get you.
Oh, I'm all right, Danny.
And another thing, stay close to the guards today.
Why?
Mitch.
Like a pretty good wallop, don't you?
Yeah, if I have to.
Now get this straight, Davis. Personal fights and grudges don't go here. We won't stand it.
Well, I'm sorry.
Who were you fighting with?
I don't know who it was.
You wouldn't recognize him again, eh?
I don't think so.
You're lying. You're trying to protect someone. Who were you fighting with? Who?
I don't know who it was, I tell you.
You won't tell me his name, huh? I'll teach you what it is to hold out on me. I'm going to put you in...
Just a minute, Captain.
But he won't tell me that.
Yes, I heard.
I know, but we have rules
I'm
here,
quite
and...
familiar with the rules. I wrote most of them. Come inside with me.
Yes, sir.
Close the door. When they brought you here, young man, I take it you were told the rules.
Yes, sir.
You were also informed that the assault on a fellow prisoner was a serious offense?
Yes, sir.
Then it ought to be evident to you that if every man here began settling his personal grudges, we'd have riots. What's your name?
Jerry Davis.
Jerry Davis, 2 to 10 years, manslaughter, first offense. I'm going to give you a bit of advice, Davis. You have to live with the men inside these walls. You've got to work with them, eat with them, and sleep with them. If you want to make this a hell for yourself, you can't start off any better than you did today.
Well, I know that, sir, but
But what?
nothing.
You work in the lime pits, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Like it?
No, sir.
Well, with time off good behavior, you ought to be eligible for parole pretty soon. You'd like that, wouldn't you?
Yes, sir, I would.
Then who is the man you were fighting?
I don't know. I never saw him before.
I suppose you have an idea you'd be squealing.
Wouldn't I?
You'd rather live up to a code of murderers and thieves?
That's about all I've got left.
Well, if you want to be a fool and take the rap for another man.
Well, why not? I had it coming to me. It was my fault. I started the other night.
In your cell?
Yes, sir. That is,
Oh, so it was one of your cellmates, was it?
You tricked me into saying that, Warden.
If it'll make you feel any better, the information will stop with me, Davis.
Do you mean that?
I always try to keep my word to the men.
Well, thank you, sir.
Well, go back to your work and no more fighting.
Yes, sir. I don't know what to say, but...
But what?
Say, Warden, did any man ever call you dearie?
No, but if they ever did, I'd...
That's exactly what I did, sir.
Certainly beats working the lime pits, don't it, kid?
I'll say it does. At least you can get a breath of fresh air out here.
Outside those walls 4 hours a day, no guard standing over you with a gun. Why, it's almost like being free.
It's country club, Danny, my boy. It's country club.
You certainly did me a great favor when you spoke to that warden, kid.
What are you talking about? Big swell limousine like this can't go out with just a chauffeur, you know. You gotta have a footman, too.
Look here, supposing I try to cop a sneak. The river's over there.
Danny?
Keep your shirt on. I'm only kidding.
Telegram for you, Davis.
For me?
Yeah.
I gotta get out of here.
Where you going?
I'm gonna see the warden.
But I tell you, you gotta let me out of here. My mother is dying. Don't you understand? I'll only be gone a day. I'll come back.
I wish I could help you, Davis. I'm sorry I can't.
You're not satisfied in punishing me. You have to punish her, too.
The state is only interested in the debt you owe.
So for something that is an accident, my mother's alone. She's sick. She's dying. That's part of the debt I owe the state, too, I suppose.
Unfortunately, there are rules that must be followed.
Rules. Made by a lot of people that don't know the meaning of the word justice. I tell you, if you don't let me out of here, I'll find a way to get out myself.
Now listen to me, son, before you say any more. If you're a man, you'll take it on the chin and live up to those rules.
I only know that my mother's dying, and I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to see her. I've got it.
Oh? Yes. Yes. All right. If I didn't know you better, Davis, I'd order you into solitary. Now get back to your truck. Get back to your truck.
What'd the warden say?
He wouldn't raise a hand. Wants me to take it on the chin while he gives lectures on justice.
So peddling screws.
Oh, let him get an earful. Give him something to talk about while they're looking for me.
Stop it. While you're yammering like a fool.
You may not know it, but I'm getting out of here.
Cut it out, will you? Why, they'd nail you before you've gone a mile. You haven't got a chance.
You think not?
I know it.
I'll gamble with him.
Come on, you two, get going. Okay.
Mitch! Where going? You can't get away with this, Mitch.
Shut up. Try faster.
Aye.
Faster, I said. Come on, step on it.
Two men are missing, sir. Jim Mitchell and Tom Blaney. Double the guard. Don't let even a trusty outside the wall. What about Davis? He just left in his truck.
Hello, Gate. Man the fast car and bring that Davis truck back. Be prepared for trouble.
After what's happened, they'll never believe you didn't frame this whole thing.
But Danny, I can't.
Get going.
I gotta get me a rat trap. Oh, so you is the rats that been stealing my supplies. You stay where you are, white man. I know who you is. You the man they've been looking for. You broke away from the big house up the river. 7, 11, 7. Dice, where is you? Seven, 11, 7. Dice, if I should fail you now, you may never speak to me again. Stay where you are.
Hey, wait a minute.
Stay where you are.
Wait a minute, wait, I want to tell you something. Don't. Say, you didn't tell anybody, did you?
The first rule of dice playing is never to tell why you got your hunch.
Is that for me?
I ain't helping nobody that escapes from the big house.
But you...
Of course, I can place my food wherever I pleases. If somebody should take it, or find an affair of the captain's pants, or the captain's coat, or his shoes, that ain't none of my business. Except let me say.
About a mile down the road.
Thanks.
Suppose you're going home after Doe.
No, I haven't got any home.
You got any folks?
She's, they're dead.
Hello.
Hello. What game are we supposed to be playing?
Why,
No. Don't tell me. Let me guess. You're not the milkman, are you?
Oh, no, ma'am. You see, I was visiting here with some friends, and I was awake, and,
Oh, you're awake. You sure you're awake?
Oh, yes, sure. And, I slammed the door, and the lock caught, and I guess I forgot my key.
Here. Try this key.
No, it doesn't look as if it would.
Try it.
I think I'll go down the corner and get a paper.
Dear, let me try it for you.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't do that. You're liable to get in trouble. Say, I don't live in there.
What about it? I do.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just...
Just hungry, I know. We'll pick up the vitamins and step inside. If we stand yapping around this corridor, we'll have all the neighbors for breakfast.
No, thanks. I couldn't.
Now, wait. I hung around while you went through your act, didn't I? Don't start walking out on me. Pick up the loot and enter with a big smile. This your hometown?
No, ma'am.
Where are you from?
Upstate.
Been working much lately?
No, ma'am, not much.
What's the matter with you?
Gee, I don't know. I feel sort of groggy all of a sudden.
It's just the shock of food after so long. Here, heads up. Here, don't faint. Oh. Are you all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm all right.
He's all right. Do you know where you are?
Oh, sure, but... Gee, that never happened to me before.
This is Edna Clayton, Mr.
Blair. Jerry Blair.
My name is Ann Taylor.
You must come to see us again sometime. It's nice to have seen you.
Edna.
Well, I guess I'll be going.
No, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay here and rest.
But I don't want to put you out.
Will you sit there and keep quiet?
But you...
Oh, don't mind me, Jerry. I just live here.
You can stretch out right here. And don't get up until you call for lunch.
But listen, let me tell you one thing, will you?
No, I'll tell you one. I was cold and hungry in Buffalo once. And if a nice kid hadn't given me a break, I'd have gone over Niagara Falls without the barrel.
But...
Have a smoke and relax. Go to sleep. And don't forget you have a date for lunch.
Gee, I'd almost forgotten what a fresh cigarette tasted like.
Let's get Dan O'Neill in here. You say he was with him when the truck went over. Maybe we can learn something.
I've already tried that, Lieutenant, and gotten nowhere. Dan was his pal.
The trouble is, Warden, you're a pushover for these cons. Leave me work on them.
Okay. Give me the hospital.
No, we're going to get somewhere.
Bring Dan O'Neill to my office. Leave him here.
Now, look here.
You've been in the hospital since the prison break, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
I want to talk to you about what happened that day.
I don't know a thing.
You were in on it, weren't you?
No, sir. It's just like I was telling the warden before. Jerry and me were on our regular run,
And all of a sudden, a big bad man pops up behind him with a long, nasty gun in his hand. Ain't that it?
Yes, sir.
You know, don't you, that Davis left my office that day with a threat to break away the first opportunity he got?
And he went through with it, didn't he?
No, he didn't. Mitch made him do it.
Oh, Mitch made him. Well, what about after the wreck when Mitch was dead? Did he take him by the arm and lead him away?
Jerry would have given himself up if it hadn't been for me. I knew he was going to get blamed for the break, so I told him to beat it.
Oh, you persuaded him to leave?
Yes.
Well, ain't that sweet?
Any idea where Davis headed after he left you?
No, sir. You see, there was no way of figuring Jerry. He wasn't a crook.
No. He was a Boy Scout doing a kind deed. And when we catch him, we're going to wrap him in cellophane and stand him in the corner, so no more nasty convicts can make him do things you don't want to do.
I can't figure you out. Here guys proposition you with limousines and snappy roadsters, and you push them all aside for a truck driver.
He's a funny kind of a guy. Looks as though he's scared.
Well, of course, I don't know much about gentlemen who drive trucks, so they all look alike to me.
Well, give him a clean shirt and a shave. They look as good as any of your friends.
I've done that. I got up early and washed and ironed his shirt, and I left a razor on the table for him.
Oh, you darling.
Without you, I'm just drifting, drifting on, like the driftwood in the sea. Without you, darling, to depend upon, what does living mean to me? If only I had you once more beside me to help and guide me. But since you're gone, my life is one long, endless night without a dawn, without you. I'm just drifting.
Oh, that's nice. Hello.
I hope you didn't mind.
Oh, not a bit. Nice number. What is it?
Oh, it's just a little song I wrote for a friend of mine.
Oh, a composer.
Oh, no, you see, I used to sing it to my...
Edna, you better get lunch started. I'm not worried about Jerry or you, but I'm hungry.
You like to have people think you're hard-boiled, don't you?
What makes you think I'm not?
Oh, I don't know. Every once in a while, you kind of give yourself away.
Oh, now don't give me that sweet, simple, and girlish stuff. I get that every night from the visiting fireman.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh, that's all right. But don't forget, I work in a nightclub. And it seems that every guy in town whose wife doesn't understand him comes into the place. And I tell him the same thing I'm telling you. I'm not sweet. And I don't like to be called simple. And the baby blue eyes come from an Irish grandfather who could lick any man in the place. And frequently did.
Well, what do you do at the nightclub?
I'm the featured dancer. What musical comedy did you drive a truck in?
No, really. I have been driving a truck.
Well, it's a shame you had to. But don't let that throw you. There just aren't enough shows to give us all jobs.
I'm afraid I could never take a job in a show.
Why not?
I could never appear in public. I mean, in front of an audience.
Stage fright? Oh, that's nothing. You'll get over that. I'll never forget my first week in a nightclub. My teeth did a triple tap. And my feet were so cold that they just stuck to the ground. But if you ever get the chance, don't worry about John Public. Just get out there and give.
No, I'm afraid that would never work.
And by the way, that was a catchy melody you were just playing. Dee-da-da-da-dum, da-dee-dee-dee.
La-dee-dum-da-da-dum-bum-bee.
I like the way you put over that finish. How would that tune sound in dance time? You know, quick.
I don't know. Let's try it.
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Yeah.
Now, when you turn, hold it. You got a good step. Come on, let your left foot know what your right is doing. No, wait a minute. Let me show you. Look, try it like this.
Will you two stop posing long enough to take some nourishment?
Come on, Jerry, let's eat. I feel a brainstorm coming on, and I can't think on an empty stomach. Now, don't worry. I'll fix everything.
But I can't do this in front of an audience.
Here comes the ball. Quick, get over and get your music set.
Okay.
Hey, what's going on here?
Would you mind walking around the block for a while?
Oh, putting me out of my own place, huh?
Listen, Lou, I'm taking a lesson from Jerry Blair. We'll be finished in a few minutes.
What's Jerry Blair?
Jerry Blair, the big musical comedy star. We used to work together when I was in the chorus. Oh, he's teaching me some slick new steps.
Swell. Tell him to go ahead.
Lou, please. He may not like it. Oh, he's very big and, you know, kind of temperamental.
Well, I'm kind of temperamental myself, and this is my joint, and I can catch a show in my own joint, can't I?
Oh, Lou, please. If he sees you watching, it may spoil everything. You know how these big stars are.
Say, where is this guy a star? I never heard of him.
Why, he just got back from London.
London, huh? Classy guy.
One of the best. Listen, if you're going to watch, will you go back there and sit where he can't see you? Come on, for me.
Oh, all right. Say, listen, kid, do you think we can get him for the next floor show?
Oh, not a chance. He's a biggie.
Well, they don't come too big for me.
Shh, sit down. And keep your eyes open.
Well, how's about it? Is he going for it?
But big.
How do I look?
Oh. Don't.
Oh, I know. That goes right on the books under bills payable.
We'll give it the big smile. Make it look easy.
You think not?
Say, boys, will you give me a couple of chorus nice foxtrot, see? And then the third chorus, go right up into one step and come right up with a brass. Give it full and 40. Help me out, will you? Thanks, fellas.
thing the whole world over. Class is class.
Right.
I don't care how or for how much, but not too much. That guy's got to be in a new review.
Now isn't that too bad? I kind of planned on seeing a show. I bought 2 tickets in the second row. You'd rather rest up, baby. That won't make me sore. Anything that's worthwhile having is worthwhile waiting for. Tomorrow night, let's get together again. Tomorrow night, I'll be around about 10. We'll go for a dance and for some food. Say you might even go for me, you might be in the mood. Tomorrow night, we'll find a bench in the park. Tomorrow night, when we're alone in the dark, I'll hug you and squeeze you with all of my might. Just wait until tomorrow night. Until tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, we'll be together again. Tomorrow night, I'll be around about 10. We'll go for a dance, then for some food. Say, honey, you might even go for me. You might be in the mood. Tomorrow night, we'll find a bench in the park.
Tomorrow night, when we're alone in the dark,
I'll hug you.
Love me
with all of my might.
Let's wait until tomorrow night.
Until tomorrow night.
Hurry and change now. We'll have supper at my apartment.
Say, wait a minute. How about having supper at my apartment now that I've got one? I'll see you in a minute. Tomorrow night, let's get together. Come in. Da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-da. What is it?
Don't remember me, do you?
Mabel Kane. What are you doing here?
Working in the show. One of the girls got sick, so I'm subbing.
You've changed.
No. Oh, the hair. Like it?
Well, it's kind of a surprise seeing you here. Why didn't you make yourself known?
Maybe I wanted to see how the act would go over. Got to admit, you sure wowed them.
Well, what's on your mind?
Is that a question or a proposition?
What do you think?
How about you and I getting together for a nice, quiet little supper? And talking the whole thing over, hmm?
I can't tonight. I have an engagement.
Okie doke. No hurry. I'll be seeing you.
You're not stopping at the Alcazar. You're going places. I've got a swell idea for next season. It's a goofy kind of a world, isn't it? You go along, glad you got a job and that you're doing well. And you figure tomorrow's another day, another show, another dollar. And suddenly, wham, something happens. You walk up to your doorstep and there's a quart of milk, a bag of rolls, and one of the best tap dancers that ever lived. Am I keeping you up?
Oh no, Ann. I was just thinking.
You don't miss that truck, do you?
As a matter of fact, I was just thinking how tough it would be to have to go back to that truck.
Well, you're certainly hanging a lot of crepe for an act that's a surefire hit.
Ann, you don't know anything about me.
Well, I know enough about you to be glad that I'm doing an act with you.
Oh, that's not what I mean. You arranged all that and you put it over and it was swell.
And you're grateful, etc., etc. But somewhere in your deep and dark past, there's a lady.
Oh, no kidding, Ann. There's something that I want...
Shh. And by the way, here's some more good news for you. There were 2 radio scouts in the audience tonight.
Radio scouts?
As you know, agents who pick talent for radio programs. They seem to like your stuff.
Thanks.
There's a lot of money in it if you broadcast every night.
No, I'm afraid I could never broadcast.
Have you ever tried it?
Well, no, not exactly, but I wouldn't want to.
Well, for a hoofer, you're the most modest guy I ever met. Well, this is big-time stuff.
I won't do it, Ann.
Well, we'll take that up when we come to it. Here's to a long run.
I hope so. Say, Mabel, you shouldn't barge in here like this.
Why not?
Because it doesn't look right.
Afraid it'll ruin your reputation?
Oh, wait a minute, Mabel. You're taking most of the money I earn now. Why don't you lay off me?
Maybe I will. That's what I'm here for. I want you to do something for me.
Well, what is it now?
Not much. Only this isn't the place to talk about it. How about you and I getting together after the show and ironing out the whole thing?
Swell, that suits me.
Jerry. Oh, I beg your pardon.
Oh, come in, come in.
Well, Jerry and I have some business to discuss. Do you mind?
Oh, me mind? Certainly not. Go right ahead.
It's all right, Ann. You can talk in front of Mabel.
Oh. Meyer, I'll play the lady.
No, Ann.
Never mind. I was leaving, anyway. Oh, by the way, Jerry, don't forget what we were talking about.
Oh, Ann, wait a minute. Let me tell you about this girl.
You don't have to tell me anything about her. She's worked here before.
No, but honey, you don't understand. You're on, Mr. Blair. Honey, please let me tell you about...
Get your mask, hurry.
me. Tonight, I promised.
Mabel,
Yeah.
you don't have to explain to me.
Oh, Ann, wait a minute.
Hey, what am I supposed to do? Make a speech to fill in?
Wait a minute. You and I have got something to talk about.
I'll see you later.
Not later.
All right, what is it? Let's have it.
I thought you might be interested to know I'm becoming ambitious.
Well, you're doing pretty good so far,
I'm
aren't you?
doing all right, but dancing in the chorus and having a name up in lights like that Taylor dame is another thing.
Say, what are you driving at? You know she's the featured player in this show, don't you?
And Lou was in the red before you blew in.
So what?
So what? It's you. You're singing and dancing that's putting cash in that register. Which means that Mabel Kane can take Ann Taylor's place without missing a step.
You're crazy.
We've danced together before. We can do it again.
I tell you, you're out of your head. In the first place, Lou would never stand for it.
Oh, you don't know show business. Why, you're Lou's meal ticket. All you gotta do is ask for it.
But I won't. I wouldn't even think of it. Say, do you know where I'd be right now if it wasn't for that girl?
I love riddles. You tell me the answer.
All right, I will. I'll be back on the lam, see? Hiding, starving, sleeping in barns, without any home, without any chance in the world.
Very touching.
I'll do anything. What?
And go back to prison, I suppose? Listen to me. Why make a mountain out of a molehill? You're set here, safe. In a year from now, you'll have enough dough to make a real getaway. She can get another job.
And so can you.
Listen, Jerry, I've kicked around show business long enough to know a spot when I find one. This is the very setup I've been waiting for. Huh. I can dance as well as that Taylor dame, but nobody knows anything about it.
Say, listen.
Listen, give me a year with you in a smash act and I'll be on top, and that's where I'm going. And nothing's going to keep me from it.
You think I'd want any part of a deal like that?
Sure. I think you're smart enough to know when I say anything, I mean it.
Sorry, Mabel. That's out.
Oh, no. My name's going up in lights, and you're going to put it there. Work it out any way you want, Davis. But I'll give you till tomorrow night to see Lou.
We've combed all the joints. Watched the spots where he used to dance. Sent out circulars with his picture and record. And it's like the earth opened up and swallowed him.
There's more involved in this case than just an escaped prisoner, Lieutenant. Davis was a trustee. If he makes this break stick, hundreds of other trustees will lose the privileges they work for. And we'll be forced to return to a half-forgotten rule of discipline. The honor system a failure.
If there was just some clue to work on.
Well, it's up to us to find that clue. With the police always on his trail, Davis will eventually come back for some new crime. But if we can find him before it's too late, he still has a chance for parole. We might get him out of here in a year or two and back on the road to respectability.
I hope we get a break, Warden.
I hope Davis gets the break.
Have you talked to Louis yet?
No, not yet.
Why haven't you?
Say, Mabel, are you still determined to go through with this?
Never more determined in all my life.
Which means, in other words, either you get Ann Taylor's job...
Or you go back to a cell in the morning. What are you worrying about this Taylor kid for? She's young, she's pretty. She won't have any trouble landing another job. And as a matter of fact, you might be doing her a favor by bowing out before it's too late. Well, I know you go for her. But how will she take it when you tell her you're a jailbird? And you gotta spend the rest of your life ducking coppers.
Maybe you're right. 5 minutes. Say, Georgie, wait a minute. Call me in Louis' office, will you? I'll be over there.
Okay.
If it's more dough you want.
But it isn't.
I know all about that offer you got from the Silver Slipper, but you wouldn't be happy in that terrible joint.
Oh, Lou, you don't understand. I'm not going to work in the Silver Slipper or any other joint. I'm getting out of the racket. Do you understand? I'm through.
Now, be reasonable, Jerry. I got reservations for weeks in advance. People want to see you.
I'm sorry, Lou. I'm washed up.
You're on, Mr. Blair.
We're on.
Say, Ann, I've got to talk to you.
Well, I can't stop now.
Will you come in my dressing room after the show?
All right.
You look upset, Lou. Anything wrong?
Everything's wrong. I'm losing my featured attraction.
What do you mean?
Blair, he's quitting me cold after tonight's show. He wants to leave town, get away from people. That's what I get for building a guy up.
Oh, George, got a nickel? Thanks. Give me police headquarters. Hello? Police headquarters?
You see, Ann, I made quite a name for myself around here, and naturally I get offers.
You mean that's why you quit tonight? Because you got an offer to go somewhere else?
Sure. I know it's kind of sudden, but I got a telegram this afternoon that was pretty hot. See, a big scout for a Broadway show came in last week and caught my act.
Your act?
Yeah, I talked with him Thursday night. He turns in his report, and up pops a contract. Say, give me a year, and the Knave of Hearts will be as well known as Broadway.
And your friends. Won't you miss them?
No. Broadway is lined with friends. Say, you may not know it, but you're not talking to that guy that you picked up that day.
You're right. He isn't the same fella.
Gee, it seems like that was years ago. I was pretty down on my luck then.
I remember.
But I didn't stay down. It didn't take Lou long to go for my dancing in a big way.
That's right.
You didn't make any mistake either.
No. Lou didn't make the mistake. I suppose I should have known better. Especially in this racket. But I thought you were different.
Well, I am different. You're talking to one of the finest dancers in the profession. I'm going places, and nothing's going to hold me back.
Then I guess it's goodbye.
So long.
Good luck.
Hey, what dressing room is Jerry Blair in?
Right around the corner here.
Oh, hello, Davis.
Well, must be a mistake. I'm Jerry Blair.
Oh, cut it out, kid. We've had your picture and record ever since you got away.
Davis?
Yeah. Oh, it looks like I'm just in time to make the introduction, sister. This guy is Jerry Davis. He escaped from the state penitentiary.
Jerry, is that true?
Yep.
Come on, kid. The warden wants to see you.
Wait a minute. Do you mind?
Go ahead.
Jerry, you didn't get an offer tonight, did you?
I thought I could.
You thought that you could take yourself out of my life so that you wouldn't mess it up. That was it, wasn't it? So you put on that act just to break it off. Well, if it's any satisfaction to you, you almost got away with it.
I wanted to tell you the truth, Ann. But
go back and face it. Whatever it was. When it's over, I'll still be here, Jerry.
Say, I hate to break this up, but
it's okay, officer. Everything is okay now.